Warning: the following context may include scary sequences of light horror and many thrills. Some gruesome descriptions involving children may be present in some chapters. Some material may be unsettling to certain audiences. But don't worry, everything will be okay. Probably. Chapter 9. One bite is all it takes. Flashes of orange and yellow break through the tiny openings of the leaves. My eyes blink slowly, attempting to bring me back to reality. My head feels as though I've been sleeping for days, dazed and unaware, while my body feels like I've slept in a ditch. I sit up, still only seeing my surroundings with each slow blink. I suppose it's not a ditch, but it may as well be. "Good morning," Tori says, sitting crisscross next to me under the big tree. "Glad to know you're alive." "What time is it?" I ask, and she checks my phone. "Almost 8. Are Martha and Connor back yet?" I wipe my eyes and try to detangle my hair with my fingers. "No," she answers, worried. "I'm sure they'll be fine," I say, but my voice gives away that I don't believe my own words. Tori looks down, picking twigs and other stuff off her pants. "You don't have to do that with me, you know," she says. "Act like I'm a child who can't handle this situation we're in, and so you pretend that it's all fine." She straightens up and looks around. "I mean, look around. I'm just as much stuck here as you are, so don't sugarcoat it and treat me like a child. You never have before." "We've never been stuck in some other dimension horror maze before," I say, poking her knee. "I saved you and Martha from a flying vampire monster." I pause. If there were cricket sound effects, they'd be playing right now. She has a point. So far, her and Connor have been the ones saving me. "Okay, I'll give you that one," I say. Her eyes soften, back to that carefree Tory way. She always amazes me. After all she's been through, she remains sweet, which became her greatest strength. "Please don't treat me like I don't understand the danger or scariness of the situation," she asks. I hated that when people would talk to me like I was a baby when my dad died, and they still do. I know I'm only 11, but I know what scary is. This place, these creatures, it's unsettling and terrifying. But hearing that my dad will never come home again, that is the most scared I'll ever be. So I can handle this. And with that, I know she's right. So I just nod. Tori and I stand outside trying to see above the cornfield for any sign of Connor and Martha, but it's too tall. Curse our shortness, Tori stomps her foot. "Hey, maybe you can lift me up to a branch and I could just climb high enough to look over the corn." "Sure, just no falling, okay?" I say. "Which tree?" We glance at the orchard, which now as I'm looking at it, it looks perfectly placed, like each tree was intentionally planted. "How about that one?" she says, pointing to her left. There sits the most beautiful apple tree I have ever seen. Its leaves are full and bright, with crisp red apples that smell sweeter than any cider. "Whoa," I say. "That tree is gorgeous." "No kidding." We stare in amazement at that tree, longer than was probably necessary. "The branches are closer to the ground. I should be able to reach with some help," Tori says as she begins walking, and I follow her. "Any luck?" I ask after having shoved her up to the tree, possibly pulling a muscle or two, but hey, I'll be all right. A couple of twig specks fall into my eyes as she shuffles through the branches. A few seconds of silence goes by, and I look up again just to make sure she's still there. With all that has happened, I wouldn't put it past this place if one of us just disappeared without reason. "I see the castle far off in the distance," she yells down to me. "Any sign of Connor, Martha, or Danny?" I holler back. Again, a pause. "No." "Shoot. Well, come on down and we'll just have to wait, I guess." Tori twists and turns in between each branch and hops down, with my help, of course. I grabbed us some good apples, Tori says excitedly, showing me a couple sparkling apples, red as a rose. She hands me one. These are so perfect they seem unreal, I say, evaluating the flawless fruit. Are you sure we should eat? Before I could finish my thought, Tori takes a huge chomp out of her apple. Eat them. They taste great, she says. You have to try it. You feel okay? I ask her, highly suspicious of everything in this place. She nods enthusiastically. Never better. I look at the apple again. I am very hungry. The feast at the castle has seemed to wear off. Tori seems fine, and how bad can an apple really be, right? Okay, I shrug and take a bite. My eyes widen as the sweet, juicy flavor sets in. It is unreal. It is perfect. See? Tori tells me. It's the best thing I've ever tasted. It is. I laugh and go for another bite. But before I do, my stomach starts to ache and my head becomes dizzy. I don't feel very good anymore, Tori complains. She must be feeling it too. Shoot, have I just allowed us to be poisoned? My hands begin to sweat and my legs shake as the world appears to be swaying. Through blurry vision, I see Tori collapse to the ground. I assume I won't be far behind her. Flashes of green and browns, gold and red, circle in my mind. I see a girl, tall and lean, with curly dark hair. She's running through a cornfield, her purple dress tearing on the wheat and thorn bushes. A sense of danger strikes me through my chest. The girl falls to the ground, gasping for air. Blurs of red splatter the horrid scene. Men with torches run to the woman. Help her! I try to scream, but no sound is made. Rather than help her, they tie her up and try to drag her away. I scream and try to run to help her, but my feet won't move. With one last breath, she yells out something I can't decipher, and with that, she disappears. Chapter 10. Candy corn, my favorite. Tune in tomorrow.